Seven things you need to do if your husband is not satisfying you enough. My dear, I want to encourage you to watch to the end because the seventh one will blow your mind and is the final solution. I have never seen someone who applied the seventh one and the person got disappointed. My dear, may I tell you that some of the things that causes divorce in marriage is something that have solution. In today's episode, I want to encourage you, my sisters, if you notice that your spouse is not satisfying you enough, I want you to watch this video from beginning to the end. It will blow your mind and solve your problem of satisfaction. But before we move on, I want to ask you, have you subscribed? Please don't forget to support your big sister and you click the notification button. Share to friends that will benefit from this video because the truth is many ladies are suffering from this topic. Let's form a community together. Number one, communicate, communicate, communicate. My dear, never you ever assume that your partner knew that he is not satisfying you very well. Yes. The moment you keep assuming that your partner know, you are destroying your marriage. It's very important that you sit down with your partner to communicate. He may not even know that he is not satisfying you because the truth is the way the body of women wired is different from men. So don't assume he knew that he is not satisfying you. He is your husband. Sit down and talk it out. Tell him, oh honey, do you know that I am not getting enough of this? Don't just assume he knew. It's very important that you communicate. Number two, never you ever criticize him because of that. I have seen some ladies because their husband is not satisfying them enough. Anytime they have challenges, issues with their husband, they raise that thing up and criticize them. My dear, may I tell you that the moment you use that to criticize your husband, you are killing him emotionally. And the truth is this, it will not solve the problem. So never you ever think that the more you criticize him or the more you speak about it negatively, he will satisfy you enough. No, you are amplifying the problem and it will not solve any problem. Number three, never you ever go out of your matrimonial bed in order to seek for satisfaction outside. My dear, you don't solve crisis with crisis. I have had a lady that said because her husband is not satisfying her enough, she keep on dating other men. My dear, such is not a solution and such will never be a solution. My question for you is, if you keep dating other men outside, how long will you date them? How long will that stop? So never you ever seek satisfaction out of your matrimonial bed because it will amplify the issues, it will ruin your marriage and it will make your life to be useless. Another thing you should never do is never you ever tell your friends, your family members the weaknesses of your husband. Yes, as a woman, you notice that your husband is not satisfying you enough. I tell you, telling it to his friend is not solving the problem, or telling it to your family member is not solving the problem. I have had a scenario that a lady, her husband is not satisfying her. Do you know what happened? She told this to a friend of her husband. And there is a certain time the husband is having quarrel with his friend. And this man said, did I blame you? If you can't satisfy your wife, how do you think I can talk to you? Because you are not man enough. Imagine such a word. So it's better you protect this man ego. It's better you protect this man respect, not to share it with friends or family members because it will kill him emotionally. Before we move on, my YouTube friends, I want to ask you, have you subscribed? Please don't forget to subscribe, support your big sister. This will help us to bring more videos. And don't forget to like this video. Seeing all these things motivates us to do our best to bring more videos for you. Another thing you should do if you notice that your husband is not satisfying you enough, do your best to guide your thoughts, guide your mind, guide your thinking. Because the truth is this, remember that the Bible said, as a man thinketh, so he is. Most often, the devil will bring in negative thoughts to you. The devil will be bombarding you with negative thoughts. That's why it's very important that you pay attention to what you are thinking. You pay attention with what goes in and out of your mind. It's very important for you to think what will help him in future, but never you ever think more negative things that will affect him in future. Guide your thoughts, guide your mind, guide your thinking. Another thing you should do is do your best to seek medical attention with him. Yes, do your best to seek medical attention with him. Why did I say with him? Knowing that in marriage, 1 plus 1 is equals to 1. It's very important that you encourage him, you accompany him to go to see medical practitioners. May I tell you sometimes that men, because of their ego, they may feel so embarrassed, they may feel so ashamed to seek for medical help. Because you as his wife is accompanying him, is encouraging him, supporting him to go together with him to see some medical help, may I tell you that he will be able to go rather than to go alone. So do your best to seek for medical attention if need be. Last but not the least, the one I know that it will never fail if you try all other things. This last one will never fail is pray with him and pray for him. Yes, if you have been watching my video often and often, you will know that I don't joke with prayers. Why am I saying this? I have seen the power of prayers. May I tell you that there's nothing God cannot do. There's no sickness, there is no body parts God cannot replace. Anytime you are with him, do your best to hold hands together to pray with him. And anytime you are praying alone, do your best to pray for him. Don't say it is his problem. Remember, in marriage, your problem is his problem is your problem. Don't be ashamed to pray. So do your best to bring it to God the Father in heaven. And may I assure you, if you try every other thing and if you pray, may I assure you that you will never be disappointed. I have never seen someone who come to God and went empty-handed. So never you ever joke with the power of prayer and what prayer can change in the life of your husband. Thank you so much, my YouTube friends. I have come to the end of this episode. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share in the comments your takeaway, and I will see you in another episode. Shalom.